some area.
Yes, but I remember you, because I did know you, I remember you as a young child getting very frustrated with your studies, learning something.
I think that's about self-esteem and the fact that I was scared to do something that essentially was going to be different because I was going to do it in a different way. I remember maths, I was working out algebraic equations in another way than the normal, and I couldn't actually explain how I got the answers.
Yeah.
But and the teacher needed me to know how I got the answers, and I couldn't tell him.
But you got them right, did you?
Yes. So, you know, there's those points. Just what's the question again?
No, I'm just exploring the whole area of education and just how, when you were at school was difficult for you.
Oh yeah.
Because they were the formative years of your life.
Well, I didn't actually go to school a lot because of bullying mostly, and also because I was told that I was stupid.
And who would have told you you were stupid?
A lot of the pupils would have regarded me as being a pig, and a lot of the teachers would have given me a lot of crap, essentially, on on the report cards. They always said, if only he concentrated more, if only he put more effort in, he's actually clever, but he's just not trying. And actually, I was giving as much as I could give, but I was yawning. I would have yawned a lot, and I would have been really thin and scared, and yes, the whole thing of not having enough self-esteem, not feeling like that I could, and I still have it till today. Actually, this whole point of, like, can I? It's difficult to explain. Can I? No, I can't explain it. It won't happen in a sentence. So it'll happen. It'll come out.
But self-esteem is another factor, not necessarily because of your genetic makeup.
No, not totally. No.
But because of your upbringing.
Yeah. Didn't help at all. Yeah. To be lacking in whether it's estrogen or testosterone, to be lacking in something like that essentially has so much to do with physical and mental symptoms, is absolutely like climbing Mount Everest without a snowsuit on.
Exactly, and where I'm at the moment in my head is that at your early childhood time, you didn't know what was wrong with you. You didn't know there was something wrong with you. And
my point is, I did know there was something wrong with me, but I didn't know what it was.
You didn't know what it was, and I, as your mother, also didn't know what was wrong with you. I had an idea that you may have Klinefelter syndrome. I thought of that and brought you to John of God's for an assessment, and they said that the end result was that I had a child management problem with you. But just to move away from that for a minute, so when did you discover then that you did have this syndrome?
In my understanding of it, on many blogs on the internet, I always say that I found out when I was 17. I'm not even sure if that's it.
No, I think it was 18. I think it was more 18, and you would have been going into 5th year in King's Hospital. And at those early stages, what was that like? Do you remember that time?
I do. I was starting to feel a bit better at that point, because 4th year in secondary school, when I was about 16, it was actually probably the start of a better life for me. And I was in the other school, the day school, because when I was 17 I moved to the boarding school. But when I was in the other school at 16, question again? See, there's the memory problem, just to get that clear. What was the question?
The question was, what was it like when you discovered that you had Klinefelter? Do you remember?
Oh yeah, yes, I remember being told that. Well, I do remember what I was saying now. That in this fourth year time, it was a better time. It was a very social development stage there, the whole year in my school, and not in other schools, by the way, just to tell you, not so much.
And you had a Mr. Brown.
Yeah, we won't go into it now,
Yeah.
who the teachers are and what schools they are, because actually that's private, and hopefully you can edit it out. But because we're not technologically minded, it probably won't be edited out, so all of you can go checking the records. But I don't mind you going to King's Hospital, actually, because simply they need to be told by a big prophet who the hell I was and what the hell was going on. Anyway, so let's get back to it. I remember being told that I had a condition that was the main points that stuck out in my brain were you're going to get osteoporosis and other things like that if you don't take testosterone. I wasn't told that I couldn't have children at that time. I found that out when I was 21. And that was probably better, because if I'd found that out at 17 or 18, whenever the time was, yes, there was a possibility that I would have said to myself, no, there's no point in living life, you know, at all, because I had the whole idea that human beings are on this planet to keep the species going, you know, and that's why we're here. You know, that's what I said adamantly every time this whole subject came up of God and why are we here and humans and blah blah. And if I'd been told that, so...
It's because you really wanted to have children, didn't you?
Oh, I still really want to have children. I mean, it's absolutely upsetting, totally.
Yeah. So yes, I can see you are upset.
Absolutely, it's a shock. It's an absolute shock, but I keep going because this is real, you know. This is absolutely real.
And you happen to get on very well with children too, don't you?
I get on with children much more when I'm not, when I'm hormone imbalanced. You know, they like me more, maybe because I am more, you know, female. Now, a lot of people ask me on the famous YouTube, you know, where is your dominant, where is the X dominant in your the extra X dominant in your personality? And I find that quite insulting, because I keep trying to drill it into them that I'm XY. There is no extra X in me. I'm not XY.
Yes.
So I'm not extra X. And also my point is that I have to make it clear, regardless of what interviewers tell me beforehand, I am not Klinefelter syndrome. I'm simply myself. I am I, and I am XXY.
Well, that's very, very important. I'm glad you mentioned that and not me. Just to say, I think you're very brave to be here to talk.
It's upsetting, you know, the children thing, because I do get on very well with children. Children do get on very well with me. And, you know, for me to have to live the life of somebody who can't actually keep some girlfriends because they want to have children with me and I can't have them. And the whole life is set up to find a partner and to settle down as such, get a house, start a family, just isn't going to happen with me. Unless they say, of course they say you can adopt, but that's not the same thing. And you know, a lot of people start stopping interviews and say, "Oh, sorry, I'm not going to apologise for my emotions on that subject, because it's you know, I'm 32 and all my friends are having children or have had children. I have to watch that. I have to be okay and tell myself it's okay to be an uncle. Just an uncle. And you know, that's the abnormal part. That's a difficult part to deal with, because I do love the company of children, and children generally love the company of me. Not all of them, obviously, but most of them. And I love playing with them, you know, and I am also concerned on the children level of working with children, because I take hormones generally, or if I don't, like now, if I don't take hormones, then basically I will be seen in the still near future, but hopefully not in the distant future. I will be seen as a possible threat to stable situations, because I'm hormonally imbalanced naturally. The difference with women is that they're hormonally imbalanced every month, but then they weigh themselves out again, don't they? I mean, and whereas I don't believe that XXYs balance themselves out unless they actually get the injections or the patches of testosterone or estrogen, by the way, because it's not just testosterone, it's estrogen as well.